friends, this is Kochum VK and welcome back to my channel. This is very exciting time for motorcycle enthusiasts in India because Bajaj have just launched the Dominar 400. So I have checked out the bike and I have all the details and observations for you. So without further ado, let's go and take a look at all the details and then we will come back.
So guys, this is the Dominar 400 as Bajaj calls it, derived from the Duke 390s, displacing some 372cc. But I'm extremely happy while sitting on this bike. Definitely this is not telling the real saddle height because the bike is on the product stand. But the thing is, for the first time Bajaj have decided to put a simple handlebar on this bike, which is very appreciated because this kind of bike doesn't need a clip-on handlebar and it makes this much more lighter. Here you have conventional mirrors. I think these are sourced from Duke 390s color. It looks very similar to that, and I like this console very much. It is first time I'm seeing on Indian bike something like this, which is just the ulta, white instead of black where you usually see, which is achieved by inversing the LCD panel. One thing I'm not really happy about is this guy going here. In the first prototype it was actually aluminum. This time it's steel. That is what taking the weight to 180 kilograms. Apart from that, yeah, pretty much everything is as expected. I will walk you through the details for a bit.
Full LED headlamp is the first time on any Indian motorcycle and it looks really beautiful and plenty of light, and the detailing is very nice. The optics and general build quality is very nice, and it comes with a dual channel ABS and a 320mm rotor up front and a twin piston caliper, 43mm telescopic forks, and this LED indicators. Let me quickly just turn on the indicator so that you can see it. Yes, LED indicator, very slick, beautiful ones. And let's move on to conventional levers here. Yes, this is a water-cooled motor. Actually, is derived from the 390 Dukes. You can see the reservoir there. And the motor is making 35 horsepower and 35 Nm of torque, which is basically a single cylinder 4-valve motor. Belly pan is not the most beautiful. I will do some paint job on that if I am buying this kind of bike. Rubber inserts for just footrest and a small crash guard. Again, steel perimeter frame. I am not really happy about that part. It could have been aluminum, but it will push the price, so that's alright. Good looking exhaust. At the rear you have a 230mm rotor and ABS of course, and a single piston caliper. There is a long fender towards the rear end, which will prevent the moth from flying all over the place. Tail lamp is very beautiful but minimalistic. There is no overkilling like some other Bajaj bikes, so that is very appreciated. Overall looks very nice, and the grab rails are again similar to previous Bajaj bikes. Even looks like similar to the TVS bikes for that matter. Swing arm is very beautiful, though it is steel, stamped steel. In fact, it is going to be heavier, but it is going to help the handling.
And the tires are MRF Revs. So I think front is 110 and rear is 150, looking at the size of it. And this alloy is totally new. You haven't seen this kind of alloy on any other Bajaj bike, which is totally new. And here you can see the tire details. I hope you can read that, which is essentially an MRF Revs Z1.
Mirror is looking very similar to that of Duke. Actually, it is extending beyond the bar, and that is going to help the view. Switch gear is typical Bajaj, but this time have a bluish backlight, so that is looking good. The bar is conventional, and here is your kill switch. So here is a beautiful console. This is the first time an Indian bike is having this inversed LCD, for if I remember right.
This thing is completely beautiful. In the camera it is not looking like that, but you know, this bluish thing that you see here is actually black when you look at it. What kind of gadgetry here you have? Here the rev counter going on this side. Let me turn this on so that I can talk a bit about that. So here you can see that the revs are shown here on the rev counter, and there is a small lamp here that is actually a shift indicator. Shift indicator is gone in. I would have liked the shift indicator to be somewhere around on top here or something. That would have been made more sense. And here you have a little spanner icon, which is going to be your service warning, and your odometer. Just under the ABS sticker there is odo and trip meter. All things are on the top area, the trip meter and odometer there. Your fuel gauge here, and clock, which is a very nice touch, the clock. So that is some summary of the console.
The seat is very soft and have a nice texture to it. Very good for long hauls. And here is the tank. Tank is a fiber unit, plastic unit. It have only a capacity of 13 liter, which is actually not acceptable. I'll like to have something like 17 liter or more for a touring motorcycle. So that is something Bajaj should have considered. There is a secondary display here, basically a bunch of LED indicators. You can see the ABS stuff there. I will just put the stand on so you can see that. Okay. So here is the side stand indicator coming on that. So few LED indicators there. Nothing too fancy there, but still there is a secondary display. So that is that. That is some details of what is there. The build quality is really good, much better than the previous Bajaj bikes. I'm really happy about that. The alloy wheel is very new. I haven't seen similar one before. Here is the radiator. I don't know why, but the horn is placed in front of the radiator, which will prevent the airflow a little bit. I won't say this is a great design. They should have found some other place for the horn placement. There is a plastic shield in front of the radiator, which is good. This is a completely new fender design for Bajaj. Haven't seen it before on any other bikes. Rear suspension is very similar to what you have seen in previous Bajaj bikes. It have only step preload adjustment, and this spring is little bit hidden underneath this plastic, so it will not be visible that easily. Dominar comes in 3 colors: midnight blue, moon white, and twilight cherry. Now let's listen to the Dominar. We'll see how it sounds. So what is Dominar 400? It is a cruiser sport motorcycle, or rather a roadster with a little long wheelbase. So how long is the wheelbase? It is something around 1450 mm, something around that line, but it is far less than the Avenger series. And interestingly, Mojo have a much bigger wheelbase compared to this guy here, Dominar. So it is not that much of a deal, but it is not as aggressive as a Duke 390. Remember, so what it is going to be? It is going to be a rock solid highway bike at 180 kgs, 182 kg to be precise. It is going to be very solid performer on the highways. So it is a highway bike that is going to be a good touring motorcycle, but the 13 liter fuel tank is not going very well with the touring moniker. So that is one point there. And of course the tank is plastic. It should have been metal in my opinion, because that way you can easily use your magnetic tank bags but that is just me. Somebody else may prefer plastic tank, I don't know. Now, interesting facts about this bike are the completely LED headlamps for the first time in India on a bike in this class. Maybe anywhere in this world, I'll say. Nobody have done this full LED headlamps on something that costs you 1.5 lakh rupees. That is crazy. So that is something interesting. And bringing slipper clutch. Slipper clutch is nothing but back top limiting clutch, which avoids any rear slippage when you are aggressively downshifting. So that is very good feature in this price point. And you are getting a motorcycle with all these goodies plus a 2-channel ABS for 1.71 lakhs on the road in Pune, which is outstanding value. I will say it is serious value for money. So is it comparable to Duke 390? No, it is not, because Duke 390 is far more accomplished motorcycle. It is making almost 9-10 horsepower more than the Dominar 400, but interestingly both Duke 390 and the Dominar 400 is making exactly 35 Newton meter of torque. But the difference is the Dominar makes that peak torque much before or much earlier in the rev range. That means Dominar is going to be a lot of fun, definitely, especially on the highways and even on twisties, but to a lesser extent, just because it is little bit heavier. When I say heavier, you should remember, if we consider the wet weight, actually it is not as heavy as a lower spec Mojo. Yes, Mojo is going to be heavier than this guy by a couple of kilograms probably. So that is the wet weight I'm saying. So is it really heavy? You have to ask yourself. You're getting a lot of bike for 1.71 lakh on road with ABS. That is a lot of bike for that kind of money. So this is going to be a good time. But it is all good on paper. It's all good when you look at it. Now how good it will transform into the roads, I have to see it. I haven't driven the bike. The bike is yet not available to ride. Only after riding it I can tell you exact story, but I'm really excited about riding one. Let me see if I can get one. If I manage to, probably I'll do. I will bring that story without bullshit for sure for you. So I come with a video every Saturday, so subscribe, leave your comments below so that we can start a conversation. If you have any suggestions, if you have any opinions, please write that below. And if you like the video, please give a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give a thumbs down. So see you next week. Till then, bye bye. Wait. Check some other videos here of probably this one and this one.